Hey everybody, I'm Ruben Randolph. I'm going to be doing my presentation on the movie The Family Stone, and I'm going to be focusing on Ben and Meredith's relationship and how their contrasting communication styles, anxious versus relaxed, really helped them grow emotionally and ultimately connected them on a deeper level by the end of the movie. I'll use ideas from Looking Out, Looking In by Adler and Proctor and a research article on emotional intelligence and relationship satisfaction to analyze how they communicate, where they struggle, and how they should improve. Meredith represents what Adler and Proctor describe as a high self-monitor, someone who's very aware of how others perceive them and constantly tries to adapt to it. She's polished and proper, but also very uptight and guarded. Ben, on the other hand, is a low self-monitor. He's comfortable in his own skin and could care less about opinions and appearances. He communicates with warmth, humor, and empathy, all of which make Meredith feel safe enough to eventually drop her guard down and open up more. Their dynamic starts off awkward, but over time, Ben becomes the only person in the family who truly listens to her, and by the end of the movie, their relationship becomes romantic. Adler and Proctor define emotional intelligence as the ability to recognize and manage emotions, both our own and others. Ben demonstrates this skill repeatedly. He picks up on Meredith's discomfort and listens actively and never mocks her even when she's being super awkward. Meredith, by contrast, struggles with emotional regulation. Her nervous laughter, formal speech, and need for control reveal how anxious she feels. Instead of expressing vulnerability, she hides it behind politeness, which creates a distance. Ben's emotional intelligence allows him to validate her feelings. He's patient and kind, which aligns with what Adler and Proctor call supportive criticism, messages that express understanding rather than criticism. And one of the most important scenes, Meredith and Ben stay up all night talking. This is what Adler and Proctor describe as a intensifying stage of relationship, which people begin to share more personal information and emotional truths about each other. Ben encourages this by confirming messages, signaling to Meredith that she's valued and understood through this open exchange. Meredith starts to drop her defense a little bit, allowing real emotional bond to form. Adler and Proctor remind us that nonverbal cues often carry more emotional weight than words. Ben's relaxed posture, gentle tone, and easy smile contrasts with Meredith's stiff body and tight gestures. His nonverbal calm helps regulate the emotional climate between them, making their conversations feel more authentic. The strengths of their relationship is rooted in empathy and emotional awareness. Ben practices active listening and shows genuine interest in Meredith's inner words. Meredith, in turn, leads to express herself more honestly and openly, dropping her guard. But there are also limitations. Meredith's early defensiveness and perfectionism make connection difficult. She often reacts from a place of insecurity, which Adler and Proctor describe as defensive communication. When you produce messages that protect yourself instead of inviting understanding in. Ben's easygoing nature can also be a weakness. Sometimes it avoids setting clear boundaries, which ultimately gets Meredith, Ben, and Everett all in kind of a little argument at the end of the movie. To improve their communication, Meredith could practice using I statements such as "I feel uncomfortable" or "I feel like I'm being teased" instead of just lashing out defensively. She could also focus more on active listening, paying attention to others' emotions and reacting. Ben, meanwhile, could benefit from setting clear boundaries to prevent misunderstanding. In a 2006 study by Bracken and colleagues in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that individuals with higher emotional intelligence report having greater satisfaction and have greater satisfaction in relationships. This research supports what we see in the film, that empathy, awareness, and emotional honesty lead to more fulfilling connections. By applying communication theories, we can see how emotional intelligence and self-disclosure transform conflict into a connection. A reminder that being open and emotionally present is the foundation of a successful relationship, and that even the biggest differences in emotions and how we express them can bridge the biggest gaps.